Welcome back to Sports Federation TV. We continue our showcasing of the Western Cape Provincial Sport Confederation Appreciation Dinner held at the Century City Convention Centre. We showcased two young men who have been around for many years, and the involvement of sport has grown significantly. One of them is Mr. Arthur Cowley, who, as the president referred to, as our conscience and being part of one of the pillars and mentors within the Confederation, as well as sport in the greater spectrum within Cape Town and within the Western Cape. We also showcase our treasurer, Mr. Jerome Arendse, who's been the treasurer from the very founding day of the Confederation and has reached the milestone of being involved in the Confederation for 10 years. Let's take a look and listen to what they had to say. Check this out.
You know, when we set out to do what we do, we never did it for recognition, for acknowledgement. We did it because of the love of what we did. And so as I was sitting there, I reflected that the sacrifices at the end of the day are worth it, because if I look back, we wouldn't have had a National Paralympic Committee. We wouldn't have had Disability Sport Western Cape. Before this organization of ours was established in 2009, from 2000 we carried the Sport Confederation in the Western Cape. So those are some of the highlights. Seeing the Confederation grow and evolve within this new paradigm we find ourselves, it's also encouraging. Encouraging in the sense that the leadership, the integrity, the brains trust that we have within the current leadership makes me filled with pride and filled with hope. And I think that's what we want and what we need in our country. Having the provincial and the national oversight, as I said earlier on this evening, it's not about demographics. Our challenge now is to look at how do we develop and nurture the next Sia Kolisi. How do we look and develop the next Dwayne Vermeulen? And even our own Cheslin. I remember a few years ago when we acknowledged Cheslin as the Young Player of the Year at the Provincial Sports Awards. I said to him, Cheslin, if you believe in yourself, you will play for the Springboks. And hopefully one day you will also captain the Springboks. And he looked at me and said, no way, sir. And I mean, seeing those youth coming through, and it's not about quotas. It's about them being acknowledged for the skills that they have. And let's be honest, Alton, no player wants to be known as quota number this. And so if we get our transformation right through development, talent identification, nurturing, and taking sport to where it's needed, I think one of the things that I would like to promote is to send our best coaches to the poorest communities. In that way, we will hopefully unearth a whole host of talent that we might have overlooked. So then I think for me lies the positive thing. Send our best coaches, best administrators to the poorest communities. If we get transformation right from the developmental stages, then everybody has an equal chance. And we can stop looking at color. And I think as a nation, if we embrace and respect our various cultures, our various religions, then color is a non-issue. I think it's important also for us as a confederation to always remember that a child in sport is going to be a child out of court. And that's one of the things that we need in our communities, which are ravished with all the social pathologies. And sport gives hope. We've seen these heartwarming stories coming through of athletes, not just in the Springboks. If we look at our 100 and 200 meter athletes who are in prison, drug addiction, and how they've turned their lives around through sport. And there are many, many, many stories like that. For me, sport has always been about affording every child the opportunity to enjoy the human movement experience. It's about playing and learning through play. It's about enjoyment. And the natural talent will emerge. If we get all the children on the field to have fun, we mustn't be too concerned, because those who are gifted, who have the ability, they will emerge. But let's get the children out there to play and let them have fun. That's the most important part.
I'm very humbled for the accolade that I received tonight. Didn't expect it because in the end of the day, as a sport administrator, you do not do sport administration to be recognized in such a manner, but I'm very, very humbled. We started out way back in 2009. If I can recall back, the late Mr. Goliath Munro, Peter Lawrence from the Boland, then Boland, Dr. Lynn Bauer from the Western Province. We came together and we established then the Western Cape Sport Confederation way back in 2009. And a highlight for me was then in 2010, 2011, when SASCOC then, and we were the first members of the 9 confederations to be recognized and by SASCOC. So that personally was a huge highlight for myself. Wel, ons mikpunt was natuurlijk geweest om zoveel als moontlik federasies te stig vir die Weskaap of binne die Weskaap. En waar ons begin het in 2009, het is oor die jare heen begin om stelselmatig om Weskaap federasies op die been te bring, waar ons vandag staan met ongeveer 37 federasies wat lede is van die Weskaap Sport Confederasie, wat vir ons 'n groot mikpunt doelwit was. Natuurlik gaan dit nie ophou daar nie. Op nasionale vlak is omtrent 76, so dit is ons mikpunt aan die einde van die dag om natuurlik soveel moontlik federasies in die Weskaap te kan stig. Om te dink 2009 het elke distrik net R4.000 of R1.000 betaal affiliasiegeld, was afgeskop met R4.000. Het was maklik geweest om te bestuur. En oor die jare heen het dit so gegroei dat ons vandag 'n multimiljoen-rand organisasie is, waar ons kantore het, waar ons personeel het wat ons finansies doen. En ja, nee, ons is nie meer 'n Mickey Mouse organisasie nie, ons is 'n groot organisasie wat groot gelde hanteer, dankzij de ondersteuning van DCAS, waar ons dan ook die MOT-program namens hulle moet bestuur, en die plus minus 800 coaches moet ons dan op 'n maandelikse basis dan ook betaal. En nou ek is in 'n vaste beroep, so na skool moet al die oproepe wat jy gemis het, moet maar weer beantwoord word. Daar moet betalings gemaak word, betalings moet geauthoriseer word. So jy is besig tot omtrent saans laat nog met sportsoorte, met sake rakende finansies, buite jou werk wat jy gewoonlik doen, en aan die einde is dit maar deel om te sorg dat alles korrek gedoen moet word, sodat aan die einde van die dag, wanneer jy jou verslae moet indien, dat dit alles korrek moet wees. As ons terugdink, 2009 was maar net 4 distrikte gewees. Vandag sit ons met 6. En die hoeveelheid federasies wat deurgekom het oor die jare heen, het sport beslis gegroei binne die Weskaap.
As you can see, those two young men have a wealth of experience, also lots of trying times that they've been through, but showcasing that sport has the power to change lives and that sport has grown significantly over the last 10 years. Let's take an ad break. We'll be right back.